On June 16th, 2026, Minecraft added the Sulphur cubes to Minecraft, and they are amazing. At least I think so. I've never actually used or seen them, so after spending an hour updating my world, I decided that I would go look for them, and hopefully not die in the process. Alright, here we are in the latest Minecraft version 26.2, and I'm ready to find some Sulphur cubes. I feel like I should explain that I spent a whole video building this Lego set in Minecraft. However, the video didn't turn out that well, so I had to scrap it instead. Anyways though, I feel like we should just begin searching for these Sulphur cubes. And I haven't really explored that much in this direction, so this will be the direction we go to find them. I found an azalea tree, which means if we dig down here, we will eventually find a lush cave, which will hopefully be connected to the new Sulphur ones. Oh, okay, I guess that was lucky. Well, we have found our Sulphur, or our lush caves even. Now the question is, will there be a Sulphur cave connected to it? And a bonus of searching all these caves is that I'll find a load of diamonds. After further observation, I have decided that this cave does not have any Sulphur caves connecting to it. So I guess let's continue searching. Alright, here is the second cave that we can explore. And it looks like this cave is going to unfortunately be a dead end. Wait, I remembered something, that if you dig around a cave, like the ending of a cave will be near an entrance of another cave. I am actually a genius, and there's a mob spawner here too. Any good loot? Okay, some gunpowder, I'll take it, some string. Name, Riptide is kind of useless. Fire aspect though is not useless. Now, unless I want to die in this video, I do not want to enter that deep dark, so I think I'm just going to exit this cave and do some research on how Sulphur caves generate. Alright, so I've done a bit of research on how Sulphur caves generate, and from my limited understanding, there is these things called Sulphur pools that will spawn on the surface above a Sulphur cave, kind of like how azalea trees work with lush caves. So that's what we're gonna have to be looking for. Also, I found out that one of the best biomes to look for Sulphur caves is swamps, so I'm really happy to have found this biome. And we can also see if this ruined portal has anything good. And it does not. I had no luck finding any Sulphur caves in the swamp, and something tells me that the ocean isn't gonna be much better. However, maybe we can find one in this acacia or desert biome. Since I'm running a bit low on rockets, I'll grab some sugarcane from the desert rivers. And then when night falls, I will kill mobs to help repair my elytra, because we still have a long way to go. When on earth did they add like a husk skeleton? I did not know they ever added that guy. Anyways though, let's just kill some mobs and repair my elytra for the journey. Or just let both the creepers explode. Oh, what is that? What is that? It's like a dead camel with a spear riding husk on top. What? Okay, well, he's dead now, but what was that? Alright, I believe that is enough mob killing for the night. My elytra is pretty repaired, and we can continue our exploration, because we have already gone so far. We've started from there. We already went like 6,000 blocks away. That is insane. I have made a huge discovery about Sulphur caves. Well, not really discovery, but I've discovered something about Sulphur caves, and that not every Sulphur cave spawns with a pool on the surface, which means that I probably flew over, oh nice, diamonds. I probably flew over like 50 Sulphur caves coming here, which is not good. So I think the next course of action is to fly back along my path and look for any caves that I didn't explore. That way hopefully I can find a Sulphur cave that is slightly closer to my base. You know what if I searched ocean caves? That could be a strategy. I believe I heard a zombie somewhere in these walls, so if I turn on the one subtitle setting, I think closed captions, we should hopefully be able to find a cave. Okay, my strategy worked. Yes! No way, I actually found one. And there's diamonds, and there's a lush cave. Wait, this is it, right? Yeah, it is. Look at him! I see him! No way, we actually found one. So what is it? Is this the sulfur? No, you need... Hello. So they don't attack you. I thought they were hostile. How am I gonna bring you guys home? That is the question. This area actually does look really cool. And these guys make such cool little sounds. Mojang, you have outdone yourself with this one. The water's like green too. This might be one of the best game drops so far. They're like big too. There's a mob spawner. How many mob spawners have I found in this video? Has to be like 3 or 4. However, all I want to do right now is just mine up a bunch of this sulfur and cinnabar and think of a way on how I'm going to bring these sulfur cubes back to my base. I think what I'm going to try to do is figure out if I can build them in like a boat. Ooh, okay. I'm not digging up here, but like I was saying, I'm going to try to dig them up in a boat and just lead them back to my base. Now that I've collected the boat, I'm going to dig down in a 2x2 hole. That way I will be able to bring the boat back up without it getting stuck. Alright, so first we can grab this guy. Or not. What? Do they not go in boats? I think I just figured out how to do it. No way. Look at him. Oh, I just wasted so much time getting the boat, but it doesn't even matter. We figured out how to do it. I need to actually research the updates before I play them, because I was actually so confused on why he wouldn't fit in a boat. Anyways though, let's smelt up a bunch of iron to craft more buckets and start quite literally scooping all of these guys up. Apparently cave spiders spawn in sulfur caves. Any of those though, I think we have a solid amount of sulfur cubes, so we can begin flying back to home base. My elytra is almost destroyed, but nonetheless, it feels good to finally be back at base after like hours. I have a new issue. I wanted to go to the gold farm that I built in the last episode. However, I have completely lost my portal that takes me above the nether roof. So we're just gonna have to make it up there a second time. Alright, we hopefully up here. Alright, I believe that this is high enough. Now hopefully, yes, we did not suffocate. And my gold farm is right there. Oh. This is still one of the most useful things I've ever created in Minecraft. I'm back from the gold farm and now I'm working on emptying out all of my shulker boxes from my journey. Right now I am attempting to craft every single new item that has been added in this update, because I think it would be really cool to build something that like showcases all of the new features that are added in each of the updates. And I think I've achieved that. My inventory is an absolute mess. Anyways though, for the actual showcase, I think this little piece of land right here would be perfect. Would it though? There's a lot of water. Actually, I think that this piece of land here near the village would be better. So now I just have to spend some time flattening the entire thing. Alright, we have fully completed flattening out all of this land, and now we can begin building the actual showcase. I think for the pathway, what we do is we use our new cinnabar blocks that are in the game, and then use the sulfur blocks for the floor that all the different items are going to be on. Only issue is we're definitely not going to have enough cinnabar for the entire build. So we're going to have to go all the way back to the sulfur cave later. And by later, I mean right now. I am already out of the cinnabar resources. So I'm going to fly up here and then point myself in the direction of the sulfur cave and simply glide there. My elytra almost broke on the way here, which means I'm going to need to repair it before I can fly back. But we are here. Oh. Are you kidding me? I popped my last totem because I failed a water bucket clutch? That is embarrassing. I didn't realize that at the time, but failing that water bucket clutch was the worst thing I could have done. And you'll see why in just a couple of minutes. Anyways though, let's deal with these skeletons, and then we can collect a load of cinnabar. That creeper just absolutely scared me. And then we can also collect a load of sulfur. It's been a minute and I'm pretty happy with the amount of resources I've collected, so I think it's time we fly out of here. And perfectly, it is nighttime, so I can kill some mobs to get XP to repair my elytra. And then we can fly out of there. What? I died from that? Are we serious? Fell from a high place. No. Can we just take a minute to analyze that death? So, I fly away, that is fine, and then I eat some mutton. But when I finish eating the mutton, I keep holding down the button, which makes me switch to my chest plate, because it's in my offhand, which then causes me to switch back and forth, and then by the time I readjust myself, it's too late. I don't have there's nothing I can do, I'm already falling to my death. So Minecraft Hardcore Season 2 next week? I guess so.